Thank you very much for inviting me. You know, Saudi is the biggest economy in the region. So today we have a growth strategy in the region which is delivering double-digit growth year after year for the last 5 years. And our strategy is to keep on growing at this pace. Obviously, with the transformation plan going on in Saudi, there are many opportunities where the bank can bring value added. We have started, investing financial and intellectual capital in the region and in Saudi in particular, and we plan to step up our investments going forward.
Can you please talk to us a little bit about your current investments with PIF and the Ministry of Finance?
Yes, with pleasure. Last year the PIF and the Ministry of Finance raised $11 billion from the international banking market and $16 billion for the MOF from the international banking market. We have taken a very fair share of this financing, and this is just, for us, a way to assert the fact that we want to play an important role in Saudi Arabia in terms of financing, but also in terms of advisory. And we have started already, advising government entities and private investors in order for us to deliver financial and intellectual capital to the country.
So you've currently participated in providing those syndicated loans to the Ministry of Finance and PIF.
Yes.
So what's the return for Société Générale?
Well, the return is that we have very high expectations. We have very high expectations to take again our fair share of the transformation plan with a number of investments, for instance, in renewable energy. We are one of the leading banks in the world to financing renewable energy projects across the world. And when we see that, in Saudi in particular and in the region globally, many renewable energy projects are on the way, we want again to be a leading bank in financing this project. So I would say that our return, is our ability to take in the future our fair share of the transformation plan of Saudi Arabia in particular.
As you mentioned, a number of renewable energy projects are coming in Saudi Arabia, one of the biggest projects also in solar. Yes. In the region.
Yes.
So have you started any negotiations with the Saudi government with regards to financing any of these projects?
Well, what I can tell you is that these projects are attracting a lot of international attention. Many sponsors, many electricity companies in the region, internationally, are looking in depth at this project and want to have a share of these projects. And we as a bank want to be on their side. We want to accompany them and again take our fair share in the financing of this project. But when you look also at the international bond markets, you see that there is a lot of interest, for instance, and we have seen that through the latest bond raised by Saudi Arabia, a lot of interest through the international financial community about the projects, the bonds, the renewable energy projects which are happening in Saudi today.
Does the Société Générale have any specific targets as to what it would like to achieve in the Saudi market, whether in terms of advisory or financing?
Yes, absolutely. We are today, as a corporate investment bank, we are servicing very large clients in the region and in Saudi, of course. So we are servicing the Minister of Finance, the PIF, Aramco, Minister of Economy, and also very large, private companies. So our goal is to deliver the best of our worldwide expertise to these very large clients which are carrying extremely important projects in the country. So our goal is to be their trusted advisor. We want to be, one of their tier one bank of reference. And this is the reason why we are committing so much financial capital and so much intellectual capital to be part again of this group of banks which are top tier trusted advisor to the largest Saudi clients and institutions.
And in light of your ambitions in Saudi Arabia, are you planning to open more branches or increase staffing?
We have already a branch in Riyadh with a very strong team, and yes, we plan to step up our efforts in Saudi Arabia. And one thing which is important and which I think is an expectation from the authorities is to make sure that as we grow, we include more Saudi citizens in our team, that we hire them, that we train them, that we make them grow in the bank, that we contribute to bringing our international banking expertise to Saudi citizens and to Saudi locally.
Okay, in addition to Saudi Arabia and the region, what are Société Générale's other big markets? And are there any other markets you plan to also grow your business in?
Well, again, Saudi is a top priority for us, as you have very well understood. The Emirates obviously are a very important market for us, you know, Dubai, Abu Dhabi in particular. I started my career more than 10 years ago in Abu Dhabi, as a matter of fact. So the Emirates, and you know the large clients that we have in Abu Dhabi, the Mubadala, the Arabiya, and of course here clients like you know DP World, Emirates. I could name many of them, but these large clients in the Emirates are of course a very important part of our business. But also, you know, in Oman, we have very important clients there. We see clients like, you know, the Omani state-owned companies and oil companies, you know, growing with very interesting projects, and we are on their side to help them finance their projects.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.